Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
My name's Jackass, and let's have a chit chat.
Let's have a chit chat. Yes, thank you, Brennan. I jackass, whatever your name is. Guys, today's a very special episode because, guys, we have breaking news today. Okay, me and Brennan here are going to cover some news stories, some really popular news stories that have been popping up. They're very mainstream. You might have heard of them, you might have not. Either way, we're covering them today. Brennan, consider me to be the anchor of this newscast. Brennan, you're my co-anchor. We both have so many stories to cover today. Brennan, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, Brennan. Here I'll take the first story. All right, in a very surprising story tonight. We have me sharing my screen. So Brennan, why don't you look at my screen really quick? All right, so to start off, guys. You won't believe what this man found in buried sex dungeon under his house. Here's the story. Source: http www.mir.co UK News Home Sex Tomb 1. These women are beautiful. A man took a picture of his wife during a Brazilian wax job. Source: http www.dailymail.co.uk female article and then a website. Can you believe that? I think that that's frankly pretty shocking. That's pretty shocking news to me.
That is very shocking.
It's very. Thank you, Brent. On this wonderful night, we have a very exciting story in that. But we have to move on. Okay. We have so many more stories to cover actually. So Brennan, why don't you take this next story? Let's do this. Let's do this one. All right. So Brennan, why don't you take this next story here?
No. This family raised a pet ostrich to act like a human. Why was this family so strange? Was the head of a household a man who wore leather skin? See picture. He was probably a woman at once, but made a transition. He was interesting. After we took the trip to the Palace of Versailles.
That Versailles, I believe is that word.
It was incredibly beautiful. The palace looked like a huge castle. You could walk into the gardens and smell the roses. I would have never thought that's where that story would have gone.
I know, man. Me too. Okay, that's a crazy story. Oh my goodness gracious! Like that's got to be one of the craziest stories I've heard all week. But Brennan, we have so many more stories to go through today. How can we linger on this one? Okay, so why don't we go on to our next story for tonight? We have in a shocking development. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. In a shocking development, YouTube sensation Markiplier crashes website OnlyFans after 1 day video. Markiplier creates 8-hour work of art. The money to raise $1 million to help kids with cancer. 44-year-old man saves baby boy from drowning. Forced removal. Immigrant parents fight order to hand over children. Tuesday, September 26th. YouTube celebrity Markiplier crashes website after posting. Ends nighttime livestream. Trump administration threatens North Korea with fire and fury. Facts are okay. This is insane. Like this is a insane news story. Like you have to admit. Like
I'm sorry. I'm breaking character real quick. I need to take a picture of that.
I did not expect that story to go this way. I'm not going to lie. But that's just how things go here on CCN Chit Chats News, I suppose. A typical development for Chit Chats News, I suppose. Okay, but Brennan, we have more news stories to cover.
Yes, we have.
We do. We have so many more to cover. So Brennan, why don't you cover this next one? Very topical news story today. If you would please.
The reviews are in for Black Adam. Here's what people have to say. Black Adam, no Asian Americans for the DCEU. As of this writing, there's only one Asian American actor confirmed for the film. Ray Fisher is playing Victor Stone, aka Cyborg, with long-term star. with long. Okay,
With
but when it comes to Black Adam, there's only one Asian American actor confirmed, Jack Kirby, and unfortunately, he's the villain, Shazam. There's also one Asian American who was listed as possibly being screwed over. Back to you, Antonio.
Oh my goodness, Brennan, that's got to be one of the craziest news stories I've heard all week. But Brennan, we have so many more news stories to cover tonight. All right, Brennan, I'll take this next one. So apparently, from what my sources are saying, supposedly the key to being a millionaire has been solved, and it involves threatening to kill yourself. Okay, so that was a joke, but the answer to the question is really simple. First, take some cash from the bank. Enough that if you were to self-inflict a fatality in the near future, it would be in question as to whether your death was really your own or if it was at the hands of a gun, truck, or IED. Do not risk the life of your loved ones to invest in a scam. Second, you must make $40,000 a year. No more, no less. That is the amount that people who are self-sufficient make. Millionaires don't have time, Brennan. They don't have time for anything.
That went that interesting fast.
I know that was a crazy development. In my years of a news anchor, I have not seen something just quite as crazy as that. I have to say. Brennan, why don't you cover this next story, if you would so be ever so kind.
Alrighty. Let's just ban pussy from being used on their site. Here's the guest. Pussy, the term for vagina. Per the report, we have been made aware of the offensive term pussy is being used on Twitter to describe vulva.
Yeah.
The term is not in violation of our terms of service or user agreement. Twitch has zero tolerance policy for racism, sexism, homophobic, transphobic, violence, harassment, bullying, and other predatory behaviors. This is why you should buy a pair of glasses for checking your email. It's part of Google's digital.
Holy crap, that's crazy. That's pretty crazy, dude. You have to admit. Oh my goodness. Okay. What commentary do you have to say about that, Brennan?
Twitch lost their mind halfway through the interview.
I agree. But Brennan, we have more news stories to cover, okay? YouTube, supposedly, YouTube offered Pornhub a deal they can't refuse, okay? Pornhub is bowing out of the Google Play Store, linked to a picture, by Elliot Tabell. Google will replace it with a soon-to-be-released package called Pornhub Premium and promise better security features to the tens of millions of other porn consumers. Pornhub continues to be a popular destination within the Play Store, says Scott Stykes, Pornhub Vice President of Marketing. However, given that pornography is often associated with piracy, it is. It is, Brennan. It is. It is. I don't know what else to say about that. It is. So that's a pretty crazy story.
For real though, it sounded like an actual story.
Well, and that's the thing, Brennan, is that these are all 100% accurate.
100%
stories. Okay, so and they're meant to be taken seriously. So if we could please not laugh anymore because it's not appropriate. Okay, Brennan, why don't you take this next story? It's a very interesting one. Hello, Brennan. Brennan, you're on. Brennan, you're on air.
Oh! Sorry. My dad came back from getting milk. I do this then. I don't tell anyone what I do with the rest of my day, except when it's over. I showered today, did my hair and makeup.
Holy shit!
I wore my best jeans and new blouse and best shoes. I went to a job interview. I don't know what I'm looking for or why. I have to go to job interviews, but I do. Not all I do. I don't do for anymore. I drink every day, even though I don't really want to. I'm feeling too bloated lately, but I'm getting paid for it. I spend most of my time I spend most of my time.
That you do, as you should. I'm not sure how that relates to your dad coming back from getting milk, but you know what? That's pretty. That's a wholesome story. Okay, I have to say. But Brennan, we only have a few more news stories to cover tonight. I will take this next one. It's a pretty crazy story. I have to say, personally, I was pretty shocked when I first heard it. Scientist finds link to gay gene from vaping, apparently, and so the Associated Press, Washington. A small study suggests that teenage vaping may be tied to higher chances of trying cigarettes. E-cigarettes use a nicotine-laced liquid, just like regular cigarettes, but they don't contain the chemicals known as tar that makes cigarette smoke dangerous to lungs. One major e-cigarette maker recently announced it's quit selling most flavors of vaping liquid. The British study found that teen vapers were 4 times more likely to smoke cigarettes within, and then it just ends. That's the end of the story. I guess the news reporter died or something, probably vaped too much. But that's pretty crazy, okay? I have to say, in my new years as a news anchor, I have not seen a story quite like that one. Brennan, we have one more story to cover today. So why don't you take this one to close us off tonight on this wonderful episode of Chit Chats News.
Fuck you. This just in, I've shit myself. Now, Aaron at the front wheel. There, I feel a little better. The quad, the din, as many entities and symphonies filled my ears. It was time. Rethink. Aaron sat in a chair in front of the scrunched up cardboard background. This was not the mystery box material that John Harrison had approved. John Harrison walked on set and explained, mystery box? It's just a box with clues in it that actors need to find. This is actually being actors shot in the same location. Okay.
Wow.
And that is the end of the story.
That's a pretty crazy story, Brennan. I'm not sure what you shitting yourself had to do with it. But Brennan, I hope you can recover from that. I really do.
Just in.
But Brennan, that is going to conclude this episode of Chit Chats News. I've been your anchor, Antonio. Brennan, you've been my wonderful co-anchor. Thank you so much. Do you have any closing thoughts to give our audience before we close out tonight?
My name's Brennan. Welcome to Jackass.
Thank you, Brennan. All right, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of Chit Chats News. Peace out.
The fastest episode of Chit Chats ever.
I know.
Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
My name is Dean, and let's have a chit chat.
Chit chat. Let's have a chit chat, everybody. Chit chat ASMR. Welcome, everybody.
Do a new playlist of the Toniverse ASMR channel.
Yeah, that's a new channel right there. That's
or like,
there's an audience.
Yeah,
for that.
Get out your mic and start cracking eggs on the mic.
Yeah, and
right over it. That'll be perfect.
Yeah, and then I don't know, fucking tapping on, I don't know.
Yeah, just go
on glass or what, or
yeah.
Does that sound good? Does this sound? Do you like this? Does this sound good? Do you hear anything?
I'm not a fan of ASMR, but yeah, I could hear it.
Okay, all right. Well, someone out
there. Maybe
like
someone in the audience would be like, that's for me.
Maybe, yeah, and maybe that alone will make them want to watch more of this show. I can't guarantee that will be in every episode, but
I have a packet of Pop-Tarts. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but let me try and crinkle it in the mic.
I cannot hear that.
And pick that up?
I can't hear anything, no.
Damn, my mic is too good. It's too good at blocking out anything but my voice.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, this one.
All right, well.
Yeah, all right. Well, okay, we'll start. So
yeah, let's get into this.
Welcome back, everybody, to Chit Chats. We have a special episode today, guys, because we have breaking news once again, guys. Today, we're going to be going over some local news stories, and consider me to be your news anchor for today. And Dean, you are my co-anchor, so welcome. Thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you.
We have some
much obliged.
Pretty surprising and shocking news stories to go over today. I hope you're ready.
These were actually very controversial topics that have recently come out today. So this no one else is covering this. It's insane.
No one else is covering
this stuff.
No
one else is covering this. We're the only producers, and by God, if we don't get at least 10 million subscribers by tomorrow, you guys are fans of fake news, and I don't really trust you guys.
Yeah, go to Fox News, you fake fans, you stupid.
You sheep.
Yeah, you
Get out of here,
sheeple.
come on.
Yeah, God, get off this. Get off my.
Only sheep will go to reliable news sources. Okay, like you trust us.
Yeah, you only trust us.
We are your gods. We are your gods.
You listen to us and no one else. All right.
No one else.
Dean, why don't you take this first story here?
Of course.
Let's see what we got here.
We're pulling up the receipts, people. I mean, if you want to be this good and look this good, honestly, you have to take your time with things. You can't rush things too fast. But
truer words have not been
that being said, we will deliver the news in a clear, concise, and efficient manner.
Yes.
And no one else can top that.
All right. News story is up. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh wait, I haven't. Yeah, let me.
Oh.
Okay, in a clear, concise manner, I will switch my stream.
There. All right. There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. A local contortionist has truly shocked his fans after completing the seemingly impossible task of eating his own buttocks. Sources close to the contortionist, whose identity wishes to remain anonymous, confirmed that he was able to twist and contort his body in a position which allowed him to successfully feed on his own hind end. The stunt reportedly took 20 minutes to complete and the witness to some of his most dedicated supporters. The act may seem gross to some, but is just another groundbreaking performance by this talented artist. This particular flexibility feat is yet another jaw-dropping exploit by what many consider the most talented contortionist in the world. The anonymous contortionist management team says the event was clearly draw more attention to the showman, who believe they can now take his craft to the next level with added notoriety. Although there have been no reports of any health risks associated with the act, medical professionals were consulted ahead of time. So far, all reports indicate that the contortionist is doing well and continuing to grow audiences and death-defying acts.
Well, that's good to hear.
Wow.
That's a happy
Truly, truly, our society is on the up and coming. We are only getting better, people.
Yes.
Acts like this are going to be new every day.
What an impressive feat, too, to eat his own buttocks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm impressed.
I've tried that. I haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like
I think we can all say that we've tried it at least once before, and most likely failed. But this guy found a way. So I'm impressed.
I'm not that flexible. I mean, this guy, what he's done is truly amazing. Do you think he went with the pretzel maneuver? I've seen a couple people. Who was that famous escape artist back in the day? What was his name?
I don't recall.
He tied himself up with chains.
Yeah,
Houdini. He's like Houdini.
Is it Houdini?
Can shape and contort his body.
Yeah. Yeah, and even Houdini, he tried to eat his own ass too, and he got close, but he, not quite.
We got combining ass eating with Houdini. You got Poudini. All right.
Exactly.
It's a new celebrity that's
Couldn't
taken
have
the
said
scene.
it better myself. All right, we got another news story here. We gotta go through all of them. We have quite a lot. So let's go on to the next one. I'll take this one. The world of pop culture was rocked when a recent article from a popular magazine declared that the iconic M&M's candy mascots were not fuckable. Outrage was swift and widespread, with individuals from all walks of life expressing their disapproval of the derogatory statement on social media. Notable celebrities took to Twitter to voice their anger, with singer Miley Cyrus describing the comment as disgusting, and actor Kumali Nanjiani, I really hope I didn't butcher that name,
I think we're good.
Saying it was deeply sad. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of internet users shared their opinion through viral memes and furious comments. Meanwhile, representatives from Mars Incorporated, the company behind M&M's, released a statement condemning the article and calling for respectful discourse across the internet. In response to the backlash, Mars Incorporated has relaunched its online campaigns in support of their lovable characters, hoping to promote acceptance of all shapes, sizes, wrappers, and colors. As the news spread around the globe, various organizations, political leaders, and prominent figures weighed in to express their support for the candy icon and helped raise awareness about an important issue, that being the fuckability of the candy. The United Nations even joined the chorus of voices standing up against the use of demeaning language online. It's clear that the online discussion has opened a dialogue on the topic of body diversity, with many hoping this incident will serve as a lesson that no one should be judged based solely on looks. For now, it's safe to say that and then it just...
The story ends.
That's
it.
It
was shot actually in the process for writing.
There didn't need to be any more. I just want to say...
I gotta say, it's... Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say, like, you know, this is... What an inspiring message to, you know, to convey about, you know... Considering we're on the topic of, you know, the fuckability of cartoon mascots for a candy brand, I think that's inspiring, you know.
Yeah, it's you know, they actually came out with that purple M&M that really promotes body positivity. I'm glad they're taking this step.
It's progressive.
And I'm glad to see that they took this issue all the way to the UN. Actually,
yeah, I know
they addressed it wholeheartedly,
as they should.
Should. I mean. We obviously know the UN's bread and butter is body positivity for candy
and
mascots.
Like what else do they have to going on, you know, like what other matters do they have to handle right now?
Yeah,
this is obviously the most important.
You know, we used to have a Twix bar mascot, but it doesn't exist anymore because it was like a hypersexualized, like weird misfiguration of a human body that they contorted. And so the internet, thank God they're here, they actually rallied up and destroyed that mascot. And it was all due help to the UN as well.
Right.
Yeah. It was a crazy incident that happened. So I'm glad they took care of it. I'm glad the UN's on this.
Me too. Yeah. You know, I'm glad that we're as a nation we're progressing in a positive direction. You know what I mean? All right, Dean. Well, I'm going to have you take this next news story, and I will be right back. I'm going to just do something really quick, but you can take this news story while I'm gone, and please take it away.
Yeah, of course. All right, so Dream, the hot new hip-hop artist, is making headlines for an unexpected purchase. Dream recently revealed on social media that he purchased a cock ring during his recent shopping spree. The gender-fluid singer, known for their out-there style and daring fashion choices, surprised fans when it was revealed that the cock ring was part of their shopping list. The singer posted a photo of the item on Instagram with the caption, "I like to switch it up." Dream's fans have mixed reaction about the news, with some expressing their admiration and others questioning their decision. Regardless of the opinions, it looks like Dream is embracing their sexuality and pushing boundaries while remaining unapologetic in their boldness. Dream has been vocal about the acceptance and inclusion, advocating for LGBTQ rights in their work and activism. They have yet to confirm whether or not the cock ring is intended as just a fashion statement or if it's being used for sexual pleasure.
I hope we get confirmation about that, because I've been wondering about that. You know what I mean? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I'm glad more social media people are taking a broader stance on improving inclusivity, just like with that Eminem one. And I'm glad the singer Dream.
Yeah, the
singer, known for their many hits such as Mask, is coming out with such a bold statement about their cock ring. I mean, it's just incredible.
Mm-hmm. You know, and some wouldn't be so open about their cock ring, but you know, Dream has you know, he wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid to come out and make a statement about it, and you know, he likes to switch it up, as the story said, and I admire that. You know,
yeah, it's truly. It's a very admirable stance.
It is.
We love to see it.
I think we should all aspire to be more like Dream. Okay, maybe
I think I might. I'm a Dream defender. You know what? I might just go out and purchase my own Dream cock ring.
Yeah.
You know? I heard he's in response to this, like local news floods about this whole thing. He's actually put the item up on his own store page.
Oh, no kidding.
Everyone can purchase.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You know what?
No
as a symbol of unity and, you know, standing with Dream, I think we should all We should all buy our own cock ring, you know?
My cock stands with dream.
Let this be a call to action, you know?
Let this be
To
a call to
everyone.
action. My cock too.
Yes. Okay.
I will also hide my cock behind a mask.
Yes. All right. Moving on to our next news story. Let me try that again. All right. In what may be one of the most controversial episodes of the beloved children's show Sesame Street, Elmo has been caught wielding a gun and displayed mental instability. The episode, which was filmed for the upcoming season, was supposed to be about Elmo exploring his possible call of military service. However, things took a dramatic turn when in the scene, Elmo can be seen holding an unloaded pistol and screaming wildly. Many viewers who have seen the episode are expressing outrage at what they see as a step in the wrong direction, while some view it as necessary content that helps children understand the effects of mental illness and firearms. Others feel that the program has gone too far. It's just not appropriate for young children, said one viewer. I don't think kids should be exposed to this. However, Sesame Street has denied any accusations of trying to spread fear or promote violence. They stand by their decision and suggested that, and then that the rest is left up to interpretation, I suppose. Wow. That is...
Wow. What an interesting episode. What an interesting and bold move.
I would like to
Sesame
see that
Street.
episode, frankly. If
I
I'm
would
being
like to
honest.
see that too. I really think traumatized war veterans need to be represented in Sesame Street.
Yeah, I think that's an underrepresented market, and I think that Sesame
I
Street
think it is.
the best outlet for displaying that in our
Yeah.
media, obviously.
If honestly, I think they should have done this sooner. I mean, if they were to come out with this right after the Vietnam War, things would have probably changed dramatically. It'd probably be a more open and inclusive environment. I really thought that one episode of Sesame Street that they kept shielded would have really opened the public up to that idea.
Yeah, Sesame Street does have a very big influence on popular media, so I feel like that would have definitely kind of changed the trajectory of history in a sense.
Oh, for sure.
We can only speculate. We'll never truly know, but
Hopefully, we'll see a very progressive move from Sesame Street in the future.
I hope to
Similar
see
this.
that. Yes, me too. All right, Dean, if you could please take this next
right.
news story and please read it verbatim.
Local entrepreneur Bree Crenshaw has just made a splash in the digital space after starting her own successful OnlyFans account. The innovative businesswoman began the account less than 2 weeks ago, and already it has become one of the most popular and profitable accounts to date. Her account features exclusive content from her day-to-day life and acts as an intimate view into her world. With her effortless style and skill, she not only captures viewers' attention, but also their hearts. According to early reports, Bree's account is ranked among the top 1% of creators on the platform, amassing tens of thousands of followers and monthly subscriptions overnight. Breaking records across the web, Bree is showing no signs of slowing down. She's been working diligently to provide new, fresh content and promises to continuously keep her audience entertained. As more people flock to her page, Bree's OnlyFans has quickly become
It's
one of the
quickly
best.
become indeed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know who Bree Crenshaw is, but I don't.
She's one of the most popular people on OnlyFans.
She is, yeah, and
To this news story,
very
according to
impressive,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just did a quick search on who Bree Crenshaw is, and I'm getting nothing. So she's elusive,
She
but
is.
she's out there somewhere.
They say she's out there cloak and dagger. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely got some notoriety, and maybe that's why she shielded herself from just basic Google's internet searches.
I suppose so, yeah. And
She's truly there was nothing more to that story that could have been yielded.
no, that was it. That was enough said. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's better to be succinct and to the point. And
That I agree with.
in my years of being a news anchor, that's something that I've picked up on. And you know what, that is what it is. But we're gonna move on to our next news story. And I'll take this one. Cody Worrell, a 27-year-old entrepreneur and political analyst, has done the unthinkable. He has taken control of the United States of America. In a surprise move, Cody was able to wrest power away from the current administration with minimal bloodshed and create a new government. Cody promises much-needed reform in the government, focusing on social justice, environmental protection, fiscal responsibility, and civil rights. He declared that his vision for America and has already appointed a cabinet that charts a progressive path toward realizing it. Cody's first order of business as the leader of the U.S. was to issue an executive order that strengthens police accountability and increases transparency when it comes to law enforcement practices. He also ordered the implementation of a nationwide healthcare system to ensure every American has access to quality medical care. Okay. In an address to the nation, Cody said, "This is my vision for the future, one where we all have equal opportunities."
Wow,
I am
truly
impressed. Truly,
Cody
impressed.
Worrell really has done the unthinkable. And before we continue, I would like to say this news channel is brought to you by the CW Association, and all hail Cody Worrell as divine president of the United States.
Yes.
Please, if you will, in the audience, outstretch your hands with me.
Yes.
Take my hands.
I'm
We
just going
must
to
pray
imagine
to
that
the
everyone watching now
CW
is
administration.
doing that. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, thank you. It's like lending me your energy when
Yes.
Goku does it.
So yeah.
We are heavily funded by the CW administration, and truly his vision and his ideas are in the right place to fund us. So
Yes.
thank you, CW. Thank you, Cody Worrell, and I
stand
hope you bring us
with
very
you.
progressive models.
Yes, we wear our
stand
cock
with
rings
you,
with
Cody
pride
Worrell.
for not just Dream, but you too, Cody Worrell. Whoever you are.
You too.
Yeah. You 27-year-old entrepreneur. and
So
political
little
analyst.
bloodshed. So little bloodshed. I mean,
So
there was
little.
maybe only a couple 100,000 people killed. That's not a whole
That's
lot
admirable.
to take over a government.
That's admirable. You know what I mean? He could have, had a lot more bloodshed, but he restrained himself, and we admire that here.
And I think I actually heard that he reduced a lot of the bloodshed by just like ripping out one of the guy's eyes and just eating it whole as like a show of force.
I did hear about that.
He really
yes.
intimidated the public and really got to the way at the top of the government with that. So thank you,
Cody Worrell, for you. Yeah, that 27-year-old.
My God.
He's out there. He's out there somewhere, making a difference. All right, moving on. Dean, if you could please take this next news story.
Naturally.
Huh?
HBO Max, the streaming giant behind hit shows like Succession and Westworld, have committed an unspeakable error in judgment by releasing a terrible adult reboot of the beloved children's cartoon Ed, Edd and Eddy, titled Plank. The show is said to be more mature reimagining of the classic Cartoon Network series, with a focus on criminal mischief and questionable moral choices. The show's misjudged humor has come under some severe criticism from social media users, who have lambasted it for its unsuitable themes and amateurish nature of its animation. Even fans of the original Ed, Edd and Eddy series have distanced themselves from Plank, with many of them calling it not funny and a complete waste of time. Despite the overwhelming negative reviews, HBO Max appears undetermined. Or
what?
undeterred.
We're getting breaking news. We're getting an update on the story.
It's okay.
Oh, we got it right here.
All right, got it. All right, so it appears that HBO Max appears undeterred in its attempts to capitalize on the once beloved cartoon, and are said to be releasing more mature reboots on the streaming service. It remains unclear whether HBO Max intends to continue or discontinue the production of Plank.
Man, that's
I can't believe it.
bold of them. Very bold.
I mean, So I don't even know how Cartoon Network is going to continue as a company. First Velma, now Plank.
Yeah.
It's
Who's next?
not looking good for them.
Who's next? You know,
who's next?
yeah, they're just
I don't
going
know.
after everyone here.
I heard they're gonna reboot regular show where they start having sex in like one of the second episode.
Yeah, and it's just
I couldn't believe it.
yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
And it's just called Pops, and Pops is
It's just called.
he just fucks in every episode. It's bold, you know what I mean?
It's like, and then like in the third episode, like Benson becomes like a prolific rapist. I mean, it really just.
God, Jesus Christ. Oh man, yeah. HBO Max would, man. They have no restraint.
HBO Max.
Ugh,
If
it's
HBO Max
disgusting.
hire
It's
me,
disgusting.
I'll take a $200K salary to write your shitty shows. All right.
Yeah.
You know, hell, I'll take like a $90K salary or a $70K just to write your terrible shows. I'm sure I could do it better than you.
I think they'd do it. You know, they're scraping at the bottom of the barrel at this point. You know, they need
Very
someone.
bottom.
They need someone to give them some inspiration. I don't know.
All right.
All right, I'll take this next one here.
Thank you, Antonio.
A frightening scene unfolded in a small town of Missouri when a rabid child went on a rampage and bit a pit bull in a fit of rabies-fueled rage. The pit bull, feeling threatened by the crazed child, retaliated in self-defense. The incident unfolded so quickly, no one was able to intervene before the bite occurred. The incident has left authorities baffled. It's an incredibly rare situation, said Sheriff Jim Jones of the local police force. This is the first time I've heard of something like this happening. Fortunately, the child was immediately taken to the hospital and admitted for treatment, while the pit bull has already begun receiving a series of vaccinations for rabies prevention. A thorough investigation into the matter is underway. The story has sparked concerns in the small community over how to protect people from rabid animals. We urge anyone who finds themselves in a similar situation as the pit bull to get help as soon as as soon as possible, and never try to handle a rabid animal on your own, said Jones. This rare incident serves as an important reminder to always take appropriate steps when dealing with potential rabies cases. So I have a question. Who had the rabies here? Was it the pit bull or the child? Because I don't feel like that was clarified.
I think with this, how this happened is that the child with rabies bit the pit bull, thus giving the pit bull rabies as well, and so the pit bull had to be brought in for treatment along with the child. They were both detained.
Okay, I see. Because the way that the news outlet is reporting it to us, or sorry, that the news story is being presented to us, the news outlet, is kind of implying that the pit bull already had rabies when it intervened with the child, but I feel like that's false. I think
that might be a misreading of the actual prompt.
Yes.
But rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, the scenario is taken care of, and both parties are safe in this matter. I just can't believe a heinous child, would bite a beloved pit bull, and I mean, you see child attacks are happening more and more by the day. You really can't just trust them anymore.
Sad.
They're too dangerous.
Sad. You know, and
it's sad. It's sad.
It really is. You know, I think that's just another reason why children are the worst, and they're useless.
I think child-related attack deaths are becoming more and more common every year, and I think it's time our president steps up to do something about this. We need to start detaining these guys. I mean, you can't let them go. You just can't let them go rampant.
I agree.
We need to do something about this issue.
Disgusting. I really hope Cody Worrell does something about that.
CW administration, I really hope your next step is to take care of these child attack related deaths, which have actually, I think they've actually come up to more related deaths than both armed shootings and vehicular manslaughter combined.
Yes.
So that's a pretty big number.
Mm-hmm.
We need to reduce those numbers.
We do. Yeah.
But anyways, Antonio, please take this next story.
All right. Oh no, you'll take this next story.
My apologies. Yeah,
no worries. This will be your last news story, I mean, second to last. We'll do one more after this one. I mean, we have one more after this one, but yeah, here you can take.
We're very
this one.
topical, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
All right. Famed comedian and actor T.J. Miller has been canceled after sending unsolicited pictures of his feet to fans. The news that Miller has been sending these pictures started circulating on social media after an account called Andromeda Herd posted screenshots of Twitter direct messages from Miller. The messengers included pictures of Miller's feet and requests for female fans to send pictures in return. The original post sparked outrage and condemnation from other users, with some saying that they constituted acts of sexual harassment and grooming. Following the backlash, Miller released a statement apologizing for his actions and pledging to be better in the future. However, many found the apology insufficient and demanded that Miller face consequences for his behavior. In his response, streaming services such as Hulu, Netflix removed the comedy specials featuring Miller from their libraries, while companies such as Fandango and MoviePass canceled projects in which he was involved.
It's about damn time that TJ Miller faced consequences for his actions, you know?
I mean, not only, you know, like sending pictures and asking stuff for in return, he's been grooming minors.
Yeah.
I mean, that's we can't allow that. CW administration, arrest this motherfucker right now. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, can we just cancel him already? I think that between
get him out of here.
The plague that he's left on the movie industry and now this, I think that we have every reason to just kind of forget that TJ Miller ever existed.
You know, if we can cancel Genghis Khan for who's already dead, we can cancel this motherfucker. So let's start acting, people. This is a call to action.
Yeah, you know, Genghis Khan, TJ Miller, they're basically the same guy.
They're basically the same guy. I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, we can't have this anymore.
No, we really can't. All right, well, we're gonna end things off here with one more news story, Mr. Dean.
This is, and I will warn the audience, this next news story is a bit graphic, so please,
so trigger warning.
Avert your children's eyes from the television at this moment.
Yeah, avert your rabies induced children from the screen. They
Get
might
them away from your beloved pit bulls. And Be careful.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. In a shocking development, reports indicate that President Donald Trump has recently been caught performing a series of heinous rituals involving the sacrifice of children and small animals to ancient gods. Eyewitness accounts paint a grim picture of a dark ceremony held in a secluded location near the White House in late April. Those present report seeing President Trump with an altar bearing symbols of unknown origin and surrounded by flickering candles and ancient artifacts. Witnesses also allege Trump was heard praying to long-forgotten deities as he prepared to make a series of offerings of innocent animal and human life. The police were alerted to the scene, resulting in the apprehension of significant numbers of people who had gathered to witness the event, including the president himself. When approached by the police, Trump allegedly screamed out a chant to an ancient deity before fleeing the scene. Trump's spokespeople released a statement denying his involvement in the grisly ceremony and emphasizing that the allegations are completely false and meant to distract from the important work of the president. The events have sparked a firestorm of controversy, with a growing number of concerned citizens calling for an investigation into the matter. The police have yet to comment more than to confirm that they are actively investigating the incident. Oh, man. What a story that was.
I mean, that is just insane. I mean, really, this is a man who is deprived of everything and will do anything to get his presidential power back from Cody Worrell, but there's nothing he can do at the moment.
I mean, apparently
Worrell
apparently this story was reported by someone who thinks he still is president, because that's how it was presented, or maybe they're just very very sure that he's going to gain his presidency back.
We might have even gained this information just before the coup by Cody Worrell.
Right.
All hail Cody Worrell. But we don't know.
No.
Although I will say that sacrificing a lot of small animals and children, and his last chant to an ancient deity before fleeing the scene, I wonder if that actually summoned anything. Maybe that brought on Cody Worrell.
Good question.
Who is a human deity in the form of a man.
That's a good point. I did not consider that, but you make a good point. We may never know the true answer to that. Hopefully, I mean, maybe we'll get more development on this as time goes on. Maybe so we have, I think we have some investigators on the scene for that. And maybe they'll find some insider information, but we're just gonna have to wait and see.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. But in the meantime, that has been our news show, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for being here. Dean, thank you for being my wonderful co-anchor for tonight. I could not have picked a better person to report this news with.
Likewise, my good friend.
And we've been your news anchors on this wonderful, inspiring episode of Chit Chats News. But as they say in the business, that has been our show, and that has been our Chit Chat, and we will see you guys in the next episode of Chit Chats. Bye-bye. Stay safe.
See ya, everyone. We are the only independent news source.
All hail Cody Worrell.
All hail Cody Worrell.
Yes. See ya.
What?